Hello everybody, it is me, Val, back again, filling in for Spencer, and this week's topic is dealing with shame. Wow, dark. So I think most trans people have some level of internalized shame, and that goes for everyone, all of us, even the proudest people among us. I know that sounds super contradictory, but we can be proud of who we are, we can be proud of how far we've come, we can be proud of our accomplishments, we can even be unapologetically proud of being trans and still harbor these deep feelings of shame somewhere inside of us. Depending on who you are or where you are in terms of transition or finding yourself, these feelings of shame might be more or less obvious. Sometimes it's easy to recognize the shame we have, and sometimes it isn't, but it's there and it's affecting us negatively. Whatever we're ashamed about, it's harming us, period. For me, I consider myself a person with a lot of pride. Maybe too much, I don't know. It would be like kind of easy for me to just say, I am the proudest person alive, completely unaffected and unhindered by any sort of shame. In reality, I do still have the shame internalized, and it's keeping me from doing what I want to do and being who I want to be in like a lot of different situations. So to preface what I'm about to say and what I'm about to talk about, my sexuality is that I'm primarily attracted to men, and because of this other identity that I have, I'm kind of able to compare situations and figure out if I'm thinking something because I'm, for whatever reason, ashamed of being trans. Now, obviously, being trans and being gay isn't always comparable, but they kind of exist in similar worlds. They face kind of similar oppressions. I see people within these communities interact in similar ways, and both of them to me are these big countercultures. In the gay community, I see a lot of men who I kind of pin as these self-hating gay men, or people with fragile masculinity, or internalized homophobia. These are the kind of guys that have straight acting on their profiles, or only real men, no femmes, or I hate the gay scene, it's just all drama, or I'm not like these other gay men, I have like this qualities that make me just overall a better person. I see these guys and I'm just like, wow, learn to love yourself, please. And then later I catch myself thinking kind of similar thoughts about my own trans community. I'd see a trans person like breaking gender norms as hard as possible and think, confusing. Or I'd meet someone that uses gender pronouns that are different than he, she, or they, and I'd think, why not just pick something more common? Or I'd just see like a group of trans friends hanging out together and think, they could really use some non-trans friends. Once I analyzed this and realized that I'd literally punch myself in the face before thinking any of this stuff about gay people, I was like, I love when gay people break gender stereotypes, and I could go my entire life without ever feeling like I need a single straight friend. But so I made this comparison and I went, crap, am I this like self-hating trans bro with fragile masculinity and all of this internalized transphobia? The answer was yeah, kind of, yes. Being able to figure that out and acknowledge it and having that to compare it to just really helped me kind of stop having those toxic thoughts that not only hurt my community, but it stopped me from being my truest self. Now I can wear makeup if I want, I can hang out with my trans friends all the time, and I can just talk openly about myself, where I've been and my experiences, and being trans if I want to without feeling like I'm needing to be different or assimilate to cis culture or tone it down for anybody. As countercultures, we're meant to have different norms and different styles and different values. I mean, if we have like a bunch of like binary people in our community, that's also cool, but if we're like purposely, intentionally trying to match the mannerisms of like a whole different group of people that aren't us, like, why would we do that? It's just squashing any diversity that we could hope to like add to this world. Every time I catch myself making any sort of criticism based on transness, I try and reflect on it and figure out if it is really an issue of shame. Sometimes it is, other times it isn't, but if it is an issue of shame, the fact that I identify it makes it a million times easier to like remove from my life. So in conclusion, I'd say the biggest help for me when like dealing with the shame that I had for being trans was figuring out how and where it was manifesting, and realize that I wouldn't feel that way, I wouldn't feel that negative, judgmental emotion if transness wasn't a factor in the situation. Because really all of it revolved around me seeing a situation and thinking that like something about it made it too trans and that was shameful and it really should be more this other way, this like more cis heteronormative way. When in reality, I myself have no problem with what's going on. the world shouldn't have a problem. It's not harmful to anybody, but I just see trans and I'm like, bad transes over there. Stop being that way. Just be cis magically somehow. Because being cis is so great. It's not that great. I mean, it's great for you if you're cis, I guess. I hope you enjoy that. I enjoy being trans, also. So yes, that is me talking at you this week, and maybe I will see you again sometime. Bye. I feel like the lighting for this entire thing has been really weird. Like, really bright back here. Look at me. Look at these basketball shorts. Couture.